Welcome back to another Discord.js version 14 tutorial. This is, I don't know, episode like 5 or something? I'm not keeping track. I'm making them all in advance, so I might change the order. Anyways, make sure to watch all the old videos if you haven't already. Link in the description for the series or the playlist, or you can find it at the end of this video in the end cards thingies. It'll pop up on your screen, basically. I don't know how else to put it. Anyway, last episode, we worked on guild members when they join and assigning a role and saying hello to them in a channel. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to make a help command which has an embed. This episode is mainly about embeds, and that's what I plan to go over for the most part. So, the help command, we're going to make a new command real quick. New file, help.js. Let's just copy this. Why not? We're not going to need the option though, so you could have just copied ping instead. Make sure to put the comma. Alright, change it to help. Help menu for the bot. Simple enough. We're also going to need to require embed builder. Right, like that. Alright. Now, how is this supposed to work, you might ask? Well, it's a little bit complicated. Let me just change the spacings real quick. There we go. It's a little bit complicated, but I guess we'll start out with making a basic embed. So const embed equals new embed builder. All right. This is kind of very similar to making a new slash command builder, right? Now we're going to do .set title, and we're going to set the title to help. We're going to do set description, and we're going to put in bot help menu. That should be a pretty good start, right? So we'll end off that embed builder. And here's the interesting part. When we do interaction reply, I'm going to break this off into multiple components. We have been previously just replying with text. As you can see here in hello, we're just responding with straight up text. That's fine and all when you're only doing text, but otherwise we need to make a new JSON object, as we've been doing a lot recently. And if you want to include text, this is how you would do it, the fancy way. And you can put whatever text you want in there. But we're not worried about text right now. We're worried about making embeds. So specify embeds and include the embed in here. The reason is for making it embeds, which is plural, and then making it into an array. These square brackets mean it's an array, by the way, is we are essentially saying, because a message can have, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, politely, I think it's like 5 embeds. Anyway, you can have more than one embed in a message. So you need to specify that it's an array, and we're going to put our lovely embed in there. I'm also going to show you guys something cool called ephemeral. And we're going to set that to be true. By default, it is false. So if you want to specify it, then you're probably going to be making it true. And what ephemeral means is it's a hidden message, basically. So this very basic help command, this should work. Wow, that should not be there. Sometimes VS Code does some weird things that I don't understand. Anyway, let's get off this screen that's covered on a bunch of stuff. Let's do help. Oh, right. We have to deploy the command first. My bad. Node deploy commands.js. And then node dot. We don't have to do index.js because node dot registers index.js anyway. All right. / help. All right. / help. Boom. It's ephemeral. Ephemeral means it's hidden, only I can see it, as you can see right here. Only you can see this, right? That makes sense, I hope. And then I can dismiss the message if I'd like. I'm not going to, though. I want to know that it's there for now and see that it looks like that. Okay, yeah, I can dismiss it, whatever. You can also set the color of embeds. So there's a nice, you saw the black stripe down the side. So you come up here, set color. And the interesting thing with colors is on Discord, there's a bunch of default colors you can use, or you can specify a specific hex code. A hex code looks something like this. All right, and I believe that's the gold hex code. So you could use that, or you could specify it in text gold. And Discord has its own set of colors that you can use. And it doesn't have a massive list. You'll have to understand how to read the documentation, and you can read it later. But it does look a bit different. So it's a bit more like pastel, I guess you could say. It's a bit darker. So if I said the color was red, it's not very bright red. It's kind of a nicer, bit darker red. And if I specified it as actual red, so what you need to do is you put it in like that. You need to put an X in front and an O in front of that. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure exactly why it needs to be like that, but that's how it registers as an official color. You do help again, you see it's a bit brighter. I kind of like the duller color, and I think I like gold. So we're gonna set this to be gold. And actually look, they all show up here. How nice. Not quite black. I'm gonna set it to gold. Not dark gold, just gold. And we did look at that. Nice and easy. Nothing too fancy yet. Now, I guess I can also go into more in depth of the interaction replying stuff. I'll go more into depth of the command options. Yeah, I'll go more into depth of the command options next episode, which means like set the name, set the description, add options, stuff like that. But I'm going to go further into that next episode. So for here in the embed builder, we can add a field or many fields. In this case, add fields. Okay, so add fields. We do .add fields. Let's open this up. And it's sort of like an array in here. Oh, this is why it didn't autocomplete for me and look nice. And anyway, then if you want to add another field, you gotta do this, and then you open that again, and that's how that works. Anyway, there's 3 main values. There's name. Let's say FAQs. So frequently asked questions about the bot, for example. And we set the value of the field. Let's say example text. I don't know. That's all right. You'll see what it looks like though. And we'll set inline to be true. I'm going to copy all this data over. Whoops. Right over here. And we're going to say more help. Join our support server at discord.gg/example server. I hope there's not a real server like that. Let me know if there is, I guess. Anyways, you got the example server. Now if we do the help command, what did I do? Oh, I didn't spell it right. Alright, there you go. So you can see inline means that they're next to each other, sort of. And you can have up to 3 next to each other, and if it's too long, then it goes down 1. And you can also, if we were to make it false, call it again, then it's on top of each other. That should make enough sense. Now, there's some other stuff we can add. We can also, for example, set the author. And when you set the author, there are two different main options. There's the name and there's the icon data. So here's a nice example. We do set author, and we're gonna make this into an object. The name of the author is going to be interaction.user.tag. So it's gonna be yourself. And the icon URL will be interaction.user.display interaction.user.display avatar URL, and just make it into a empty function. We don't need to declare anything further in there, and that should work. What else we can specify is we can also do set fields instead of add fields. Right here. Set footer. So we can add a footer image. We can add some other stuff. We can also do set timestamp. It's required. It's not mandatory to add information into it, so it should automatically just do a timestamp for us. We can also do set image or set thumbnail if you want to add images to it. We can also do set URL. We can also splice fields, so you can remove one and replace it with another, for an example, if you'd like, or move them around or reorganize them and stuff like that. That's all really fancy. And you can also do 2.2 JSON, and you can convert this into JSON, but you don't have to do that. You can just include it in your code, and that should work fine. Now if we do help again, now you can see we have the timestamp, and it's based on wherever you live. So timestamp, it works properly for where I live, and if you did it from another time zone, it should work as well. That is Embeds in a nutshell, I guess, for you. It's very basic, yeah. It's not too complicated once you understand it. I will link a bunch of documentation in the description that's relative to this, if I can find it in time or I remember. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Website with code for all the videos is now in the description, so it's great. You can go on there, you can look at the code snippet /video section, and what that has is it has all the videos and it has code snippets underneath, so it helps you compare your code. It doesn't have the code word for word as you go further into the series, but it definitely does have a good starting point, and you can compare the core concepts to make sure you have exactly the right wording, because sometimes case sensitive stuff is a real big pain in the butt. For starting out, I have this as an option, so make sure to check that out, like and subscribe for more, and see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.